What's up, YouTube? It's the Big Kahuna back again with another video, and I'd like to give a shout out to the Master Chief, FTW, Widowmaker, Matthew Thicklin, and on to today's video. So I've said in videos and I've talked to other people about the PS4 and the X1 and their features, and you hardly ever hear me say this, but you're going to hear me say the word fact. It is a fact that the X1 has more features than the PlayStation 4. That is a fact. Love those features or hate those features, it has more features. So by me saying love those features or hate those features pretty much should cover the ponies who come in here saying who cares about those features, who cares about the Kinect, and who cares about talking to your console. And it should cover the Microsoft guys who may say the same thing. So let's move on to the whole thing about the features. Now, with all these great features that are coming out to the X1 every month, there's always something that's going to come along that people do not like. Now, this is me personally talking about this. There's going to be people who's going to like it and people who's going to not like it. And I want to hear in the comment section who likes this, who's for it and who's not for it, or whatever. But they're bringing a feature out to Gold that's going to be exactly like PlayStation Plus. You know, whereas on the 360 you get 2 free games every month, and of course some people say those games are shitty, those games are old, or whatever they want to say, but those games you get to keep. Yes, when people are arguing back and forth, Sony side, Microsoft side, saying that, you know, you guys from Sony do not get free games from PlayStation Plus because once your subscription is up, you no longer have access to those games and you're paying for those games. Yes, on the Microsoft side, you are also paying for those games because you are paying for Gold, and that's the only way you can get those games. So once you stop paying for Gold, though, you get to keep those games. And that's the part I like. Now, with them trying to be like Sony, or I wouldn't say trying to be like Sony, doing something that Sony is doing with the PlayStation Plus, they are going to implement a thing where you get more up-to-date games, and maybe even more games, I'm not sure. And the same thing is going to happen. Once you revert back to silver, those games are no longer yours. So when you hear them say you're getting free games or access to free games, you are not getting access to free games. You still have to pay for the games, but once you stop paying for it, you no longer have access to the game. So I would want to hear from the people in the comment section. I would rather go back to getting the older games, and in some cases shitty games, and be able to keep them than to have something newer that I can't keep. And I know some people are going to come in here and say, but I've been paying for Xbox Live for, you know, ever since it's been out, and I'm not going to ever stop paying for it. But if something happens, you lose your job, or you know, you have other bills you have to pay, and your subscription goes lapse for a month, 2 weeks, whatever, that's 2 weeks you're not going to be able to play those so-called games that you just downloaded. So I like to hear in the comment section. Please let me know who's for it, who's against it, and all that good stuff. Now moving on to something else. I've already said I sold my PlayStation 4, and shout out to Young Soul because he had brought this up in the comment section about, you know, me selling my PlayStation 4, and I'm going to explain why. Number one, I sold it because I wasn't using it unless I was making videos like I'm making now. 2, they didn't have any games I really liked on the system. 3, I didn't spend $400 on a console to play nothing but games that I can get on my phone or my tablet. And 4, yes, they do have internet, Young Soul, and yes, you can go on the internet and research these games, but this is still somebody else's opinion. They said Rise was crap. I loved Rise. They said Killzone was good. I hated Killzone. So you gotta make a decision for yourself. You can't go by somebody else's opinion. But with that being said, as I always say, fanboys don't love their system, they just hate yours. Peace.